So how's everyone doing? It's October 29th and we're about a week away from completing our Indigo campaign, but I really wanted to bring you guys a little bit deeper into what it really took to get this campaign really accomplished. So first things first, what we had like before starting the campaign, which is the central team, script, vision, actors, but what we need now is like the equipment, location, crew. So I decided pretty early on in terms of importance that location does come really high, but I wanted to make sure I do it after the campaign really starts to, get up and running. So me and my producer decided a date we wanted to launch the campaign on. I kind of feel like once you set dates, then you can really start to get up and, start to do the work. And so we started to work on the script for the campaign video and the whole description that goes under the campaign page and the layout of it and a lot of the details like the perks and all that other stuff. We started going back and forth on perks we liked, perks we didn't like, and what we think would work. So while this was happening, I started to talk to close friends about why am I doing the campaign and everything that happened, and started to get a really rough idea of who would be able to put any sort of donation and who was interested at all in supporting the project in any way. I started to list all these names down on like a document and created rough figures so I can sort of know what I'm really getting myself into and know how much hustle I'm going to have to really do throughout the campaign period. So as we got closer to the campaign, I kept in touch with these people, and then when we launched, I really let them know. And so it wasn't like a random just message. It was sort of pre-installed. And so when I did launch, it felt more genuine. So here's the part that I used to really make a lot of mistakes at, and I feel like a lot of people do. Depending on how close you are to the potential backer, constantly messaging people about the project could very likely actually hurt your chance of getting any donation from the people, just in general. You got to really learn to give them space, and I know that that's kind of hard because a lot of people, say they're going to donate this and donate that, and you don't really know what other people's circumstances are, and a lot of people have so much in their lives, and so, it kind of just floats out of their mind, or like things happen, and so all you can really do is just make posts about it, and hopefully they're following you, and you can tell them that. You can be like, hey, you know what, you should just keep following me and I'll make more posts about it and stuff like that. And so once in a while they'll see a post, and that's the other thing, you gotta post constantly as well, because once in a while when they'll see the post, they'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta do this, and then they'll do it. If you keep messaging them personally and like barraging them, more than likely not, they're not gonna help you out with your campaign, or it'll create a bad taste in their mouth. So of all the people I talked to, I was really hoping to get all those donations over the first 2-3 days, because in my mind I was like, I wanted to get 40% of what we were going for in the first couple of days. But it kind of got like all those funds, most of them, over the first week, and it was great. Like I don't mind that at all. It's better than not getting them, right? But we were at like $500 by that point. But what really pushed us over the edge was an idea by the producer, Craig, which was to have a perk called having an ad in the film. And he compared it to the Facebook ads that he had experience in purchasing. So we did price it at like $580 because we felt like that worked. And while a friend was going over the campaign, he saw the perk and wanted to know more. His family had like 3 separate companies, and so we went on a phone chat and we talked for a couple of hours and really went in detail on what this ad really was like, how many seconds was it going to be, and all the minutia of it. And I really just tried to make sure that it's a case-by-case thing, and we're going to make sure that they get the most out of it, and we're going to customize it and personalize it and make sure it's genuine, and so they feel like they're getting the most out of it. And that's what really pushed us over the edge. He ended up backing us with 3 of those perks, and the maximum we were doing was 8, so that was a whole chunk of our goal, was with 1 large contribution right there. And I get it, here's where a lot of filmmakers are going to sigh and be like, so that's how it was made. Or some comment they'll make about, well, I'll never get that opportunity. And here's the thing, you need to really work at it yourself and build your network to be able to sell someone. For me, like my last film that I did no real marketing for has almost 11K. And this film has a topic that's actually serious and a lot more important. And we have an incredible crew, cast, and DP. So this was a lot of the convincing that really happened, was to be able to tell this person that this isn't not just gonna be like posted somewhere and just gonna die, right? This project's gonna really have some life in it. And that's something that you can't just do as your first project, right? You need to be able to build yourself up, build a network, build a group of people that are watching your content and really want to see your content, and then you can really create an opportunity like this for yourself. So yeah, like I just kind of explained how this film is going to have an even larger audience, and backing us with this perk would be very beneficial for him as well as us. And there was a whole bunch of other stuff that, you know, we talked about, we kind of discussed, but none of it was possible without like my network and my channel. So what I recommend is, you know, maybe start posting content and films on your YouTube channel and then try to market them. You know, you have to be your own production company. Once you've shown that you're able to make good content for cheap and you can create a network, then you'll have the confidence to go to any company and be like, hey, if you invest $500 into this film I'm making, then I'll give you a 5-second ad on the film. And you can be like, you know, my last film did this many views and that was with no money. And so with money, we'll be able to reach a larger audience and really get a lot more eyes on the film, and by extension on the advertisement that you're going to place in the film or in the credits or wherever. The idea is like you don't have to put it inside the film, right? Like you can, but you don't have to place it inside the film. You can do it in the credits, you can do it wherever. And it can be customized so that it's not so out of place. It can feel like it's part of it. You know, you can just be like, you know, this film could not be made without this company, and this is where you can whatever. You know, there's a whole lot of things you can do. More to that, I think what I'd say is reach out to more companies that are more in tune with social media marketing, because they might be more experimental with their marketing. If you reach out to something a lot more traditional, or like the pizza company in the corner that like just buys an ad every once in a while, then they might not understand the true value of what they're getting here. Whereas someone that buys Facebook ads and stuff like that would understand a lot more about the details and the views and what they mean. So currently we're at 90% raised, and we're really grinding into now the location hunting, and we're hoping to start getting into scouting next week. We're reaching out to like Airbnb owners, set scouter, the open space, and just friends and family. We have like a certain look we're going for, which is more like, you know, old Toronto, wooden, rustic, almost Victorian. But so far this whole process has just really been like, you know, at home, you know, just working on the computer. I have not met with the producer this whole time, and so I felt like if I tried to create a meeting just to record, I felt like that wouldn't really be authentic. And so I really wanted this episode to be more in line with what it actually looks like, which is just me in cafes and me at home and me in just separate places, just on the computer, just working, messaging people, emailing people, talking to people, and, you know, just being part of the community, right? Which means like going to film festivals and all that other stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where we stand at the moment. I hope to really be able to introduce some of the crew and cast by the next episode, but it seems just kind of fair to be holding back for this one. I do hope you guys watch the next episode. It'll likely be in 3 weeks. It will be in 3 weeks. Just hold me to that. And until then, just subscribe. Go to the Indiegogo campaign. We still have a week left, so if you guys can put anything, donate anything, it'll really help us. We have some really cool perks. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Snacks and everything. Right. But if you guys want coffee, you can grab coffee.